Jackrabbit, are you staying with me? Maybe just open it up so they can see the whole thing, and not a close-up. Well, I'm okay. Now, for those of you that are new, this next step that we're going to do is going to probably be, I'm going to say, really new to you as to what we're going to do. Those of you in Premium Club and maybe some Quilt Club Week people maybe have seen this next step, but so speed will come as you get more familiar with what you're doing. As you get more muscle memory into what you're doing. But I think on Flying Geese, since you have two different trims, you have a leave the fourth and a trim up to the tip, that it's really important to take your time and pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, so for our star, and if you are paying attention to direction, you don't have to pay attention at this step. You don't have to pay attention until your star is completed and you're actually placing it in the quilt. So that's nice. You don't have to worry about that. So what we want is we want a flying goose there and there. And then we want a flying goose on the sides, but we got to have those corner squares. So we're going to take half of our blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, there's half. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's half. So these we're going to leave, and I always stack them up so they're the same trim. So see, here's your 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to stack those up so that they're the same, because those are going to go to the sewing machine, and we're going to put these corners on with a strip. Okay, now these get to be put on single, and we're going to cut them in half. So I'm going to use my mini again, and the main point of what I'm doing is just cutting through those sharp points, but I do want to use the grid lines on my ruler that are horizontal and vertical to help keep it square. So the first thing I do is I put the edge of the ruler through those points, and then I come over here and look to see if it's inside the squares nice, and I'm not measuring anything, I'm not looking at any numbers. I just want to make sure that this is a good clean rectangle. It's a good clean flying goose. So you can see how that will go there and this go here. And once again, these are all turned the same way so I don't mess up and cut through that 1/4 of an inch, because that 1/4 of an inch has to be my seam allowance here. Now we talked about with our 4 patches about how we wanted this to be nice in the middle. We wanted everything proportioned correctly, because look, this point of our little beak or nose of our flying goose needs to match up with that point right there when we put those together.